We're going to look at today how to master any CRM or the steps to take to walk through and see. Thanks for watching the channel. If you haven't liked or subscribed, please do so you can keep track of all the upcoming videos happening and all the good content to help you. So I'm going to compare, for example, these two CRMs, Lofty and Bold Trails. These are probably the two most prolific, these are used the most with real estate agents right now. They're still high level, Brevity, Follow Up Boss, all these other ones have things like that. So when you're looking at your CRMs like these two, the first thing that always helps to see if it's a good CRM and good to use and you have access to it and kind of get a trial and see what kind of connections does it connect to or how is it to work. So in Lofty, their connections you think would just be able to go to settings and they'd be here, which is great. They do give you a lot, but in Lofty, you'd have to go to website. And then once you jump into the website, and Cynthia's nice enough to let me use her Lofty, is to just go here and then you'd go to settings. So this one has two different places to go to settings. So if you didn't know where to go here with your integrations, you'd be a little lost with Lofty. So that's the other thing with the CRM is the ease of use. So with Lofty, I'd have to go to 2 steps to get in here. And then you can see I have all my other integrations. And then here on this website, I have my main integrations as well. With Bold Trails, when I go there, once I jump to my profile in Bold Trails, you can see if I get like here, edit profile, here's my integrations right here. Here's my bio signature. I don't have to jump around as much. So the first thing you always want to check is it easy to connect? Is there a lot of integrations? Now you notice though, even though this took us 2 steps, this is not an option in my Bold Trails like it is Lofty. I can't connect my Google My Business. I can put in Google Analytics and Facebook Pixel. I just have to know where they go. They don't go here. They go in a different spot under Web and IDX. And then I'm just going to pull up Google and see. Then I have my Google Analytics for example ready to go. So it just depends which connections you want and how you want to connect. The important thing is to make sure your CRM, when you go to that boring first, everyone says it's boring, don't start at settings. Always start there. This lets you know where you are, what you can connect, how you can make it work. It's the easiest way to see if you're wasting your time or if it's a decent CRM. I always recommend doing that first. Now, once you're in there and you know your settings, you know what you can connect, so you know kind of how powerful it is and to make it work, at that point, you want to make sure that there's some automated follow-up. So when leads come in, can you talk to them automatically? And every good CRM should have automated follow-up. For example, in Lofty, if you're here and you go to marketing, and then I go to my smart plans, here are all the automated follow-ups we have turned on right now. Now, if you go to library, there's a whole bunch of other ones you can pick. You can have workflow, you can have automation. So you have open house visitor, all kinds of different ones, depending on what you want to do, is how you can kind of do it and go through that way. It just depends what you're trying to do and what you're trying to get into. Now, with the other way, if you go to drip campaigns, here's all the ones where we got these, and you can trigger a lot. So there's a lot of smart plans here. And if I go to Bold Trails, same type of thing. I'm going to marketing again. See how similar a lot of these CRMs are. I go to campaigns. Lofty calls it Smart Trails, Bold Trails calls it campaigns. And then I have a whole bunch of campaigns as well that I can add in there. Now, of course, with both, see there's a whole bunch in here ready to go. With both, you can add your own or make your own. And then here, there's a whole library in here as well, where I have a big system library ready to go, kind of walking through with this good system library of different options. You can say I have 38 standard. And if I go back to like my campaigns, there's 66 here. A bunch of these I put in myself, I created myself. And then you can see I have a whole bunch active for different things that I do in my Bold Trails. Most people don't have as many because I customize it a little bit. And then you can kind of do that. And that's the next thing to think about. If I have these campaigns, I have the smart plans, I have the settings, is it easy to go through and customize everything? Is it going to be hard to make it my own, or am I good to go? And is it going to be easy to customize and make sure I'm right where I want to be and want it to work the way I want it to? That's a very important part to kind of think about and to do that. So both of these, for example, Bold Trails and Lofty, are very customizable, and you can add campaigns, you can create your own, you can do all that. So again, first you check your settings, see what kind of connections, what it connects to. The good ones connect to many different places. Then you check your auto follow-up to make sure when you get clients, you'll get them in there. And then the third thing that I always want to check when I do any kind of activity with CRMs, do you have an automatic lead capture? So with Bold Trails, when I go to marketing, I'm sorry, this is Lofty. With Lofty, when I go to marketing on the left, I go down to landing pages, and then I come up here to build new landing or add a new landing page. All these landing pages can now be captured for automatic lead capture. And on the website, it also captures automatically. Now you can see these give you on Lofty, it kind of gives you an idea, listing sellers, buyers, and lets you look at it this way so you can have an idea of what it looks like when it's done. For Bold Trails, when you go to their lead engine that has their marketing, for their squeeze pages, when I go here, I can do sold, single, seller, market report. It doesn't give me the pictures, but it does have the access to all of them. Now, the thing extra that Bold Trails has that Lofty doesn't is it lets you build your own custom landing pages if you want to. So you can be much more specific without, and it's very easy to build them without having to learn WordPress or anything else. So that's important to remember. You want to make sure you have a CRM that's easy to connect to, easy to work with, and doesn't confuse you. If you have to go through 50 steps or too many steps to build something, or if you have to learn coding, I'm not going to learn how to use WordPress if I don't have to when I go through and do that, because that's not something that's going to work for me or to kind of make it do what I want to do. But these are both great CRMs. I love them both. I train them both at E&V Title, and they're awesome to E&V Title here in San Antonio. Every month or every other month, we have trainings for both of these. And then we'd love to continue to help. Obviously, we'd love to help agents learn that, and the channel too. So when you do it, make sure you take the time, check your connections. What can it connect to? What are your follow-up? And how can you capture leads automatically? If you have at least those three basic things, you're going to have a good, solid CRM. A lot of the other stuff is fluff. You don't need to worry as much. It's just to kind of go through and be there and to make it work. So I hope that gives you a good idea of what's a good CRM, how to kind of take a look through them. If you have any questions, reach out. Any video ideas, reach out. Have an amazing day.